All right, fellas. So, kind of a topic of conversation. I've seen a little bit of talk about it on social media, kind of amongst the more quote unquote conscious crowd and stuff like that. Um, One thing I wanted to talk about was with all the things going on under the Trump administration, this Muslim ban, the wall for the Mexicans, the Women's March, all of this stuff. You see a lot of black people kind of marching in solidarity with these other groups of people. Some people say, that's great. We all need to stick together. Some people say, what the fuck are you doing? We need to just kind of worry about us.
Right.
Just kind of wanted to, bring that to the round table and see what y'all kind of thought about that.
Yeah, I agree with the B crowd, the what the fuck are y'all doing crowd, because you'll have some stragglers, for lack of a better term, that will march with us and so on and so forth. But for the most part, there's no mass group that is riding with us, that's standing with us, that's protesting or whatever the case may be with us. So why are you it's a very one-sided relationship, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that. I just be like, fuck the Muslims. I mean, for real, when we out getting shot by the police in the street like dogs and animals and third world creatures, we could be right in front of their store in our neighborhood and they could witness this, know the boy, spend money with that boy who got shot, and they don't drop a dime or a nickel for the funeral.
So you more or less saying, when you say fuck the Muslims, I don't think you mean fuck the Muslims, you mean the foreign Muslims.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of black Muslims as well.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the Nation of Islam or any of those guys. I'm talking about the Sunni and Shiites that are over in the country. Those are the ones I'm talking about that have stores in my neighborhoods that siphon money from my neighborhood. Those guys, and the Muslim. I'm gonna not hog the microphone, but I'm gonna also talk about those Mexicans as well too. There's one who made a comment recently that Chris pointed out to me, and they basically let you know how they felt about us. So build a fucking wall.
I don't agree. You niggas crazy. All right, so yes, you can say people don't march with black people with black issues because the media only shows you a certain amount of it.
Okay.
If you go and you watch people who are actually there when people get shot, there are white people marching.
Right.
They're there.
I said that.
Right. So I'm just saying, I ain't up for saying fuck all you motherfuckers.
Well, me personally,
we talking about Muslim ban.
I kind of think that you kind of own to something with that when you say white people, because you'll see like the white people that'll say like white people that are fed up with the bullshit,
right.
or
white people against police brutality, whatever they say.
But I don't know how many
Muslim people
of my foreign brothers and sisters
exactly
do I see do that.
And I'm never
it's almost like it's more white people that's riding for black people than it is other people. But at the end of the day, I don't know what the percentage is of white people in America. But I'm sure there's only a small percentage of them that are actually riding. But I don't see a whole lot of solidarity with us from people from a lot of those quote unquote Muslim countries or Middle Eastern countries and stuff like that. But there was some African nations included in there as well.
But it's some the Muslims is they don't really. Well, we can say that. I ain't never seen none that I can really think of that I've seen.
I'm sure that there are
but I'm sure there's
we're gonna get one person
here
in
and
the comments that's like, I marched. Like,
so,
all right, who was with you?
We ain't saying
nobody.
All of y'all, nobody ever did it. It's just, I'm pretty sure you have, but you see groups of white people. You see groups of even Asians.
Yeah.
But you don't ever see groups of Muslim or Mexicans sticking up for black people in any kind of way.
I don't see groups of Asians or anything.
I've seen them. I've seen them.
I mean,
it's rare, it's few and far between,
but they actually organized their own thing and said this is bullshit.
I mean, me personally, I think that black people, we need to. There's nothing wrong because we are a compassionate people. There's nothing wrong with us caring about other people's issues, but we need to do that to a certain extent and still
Because ours need to be in the forefront.
yes.
That's
we
what
still
it is.
need to you still need to care about yourself first. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with pointing out injustices. I don't care if it's the gay and lesbian movement. First of all, stop trying to compare all those movements to the black movement.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not the fucking same.
It's co-opting.
nowhere
That's what it
Right.
is.
I mean, our plight ain't the same in
Right.
America.
Right.
Our shit is unique.
Right.
But I don't think we're in a position to be taking everybody else's cause up to the point where we call the niggas doing fundraisers and all of this shit when we ain't doing that for ourselves. So we need to care about ourselves before we care about everybody else.
And
There's nothing wrong with caring about everybody else. There's nothing wrong with marching with everybody else. But I'd be damned if I'm gonna be marching for another motherfucker and I ain't
not
marching for my
me.
brothers and sisters.
But again,
You
I want
gotta-
to reiterate, in general, in a mass scale, there is no reciprocity for us when it comes when it comes to the marching and protesting, because that's what we see.
But
So,
that's
you know-
why we need to have stipulations. If you're the leader, let's say you ain't you Abu Akshrad from the Middle East,
Right, right.
and I'm Teddy Muhammad from Cleveland,
yeah.
or just Ted from Cleveland.
Right.
If me and you come together and I say, you know what, brother, I see what the plight of your people is like. I don't like what they doing to y'all and all of this. I need to say, all right, now I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna march for y'all, but nigga, I'm gonna need you to be marching for me too.
Right.
We need to force that reciprocity if we have to, or we need to just say, you know what, I spot, fuck your shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't think
we
you
got-
can force it. I just think
I mean, I don't care if you call it forcing.
We gotta
or
come to the
whatever.
table with demands.
Right.
Because we wait a minute, we only fucking 12% of this country.
Right, if we're gonna
we
be able to
cannot do
unite-
this shit by
right,
ourselves.
If we're gonna unite and be on a united front, first of all, it needs to be strategic. Anything that you
Yeah.
do that's gonna actually make a difference has to be strategic. As long as I only ride for you sometimes and you don't ride for me at all, nigga, this shit ain't gonna make no difference.
Right, then you kick it
I got a
to the
question.
side.
We
I
need
got a
to
question,
find
though.
something else to do besides march. Because where the fuck are we marching? And what does it ever accomplish?
I'm just using that as a term.
I know-
if I'm a ride with
No,
you, march with you,
I get-
whatever,
I
I
get
feel you.
that,
I
though,
definitely
but
feel you.
I get what
But
you're
I'm not
I
saying.
against
definitely feel
marching.
you. I definitely feel you.
I'm personally, I don't do it, but when people do it, I don't give a shit.
What
Do
is
it.
it?
What you
It
gotta do?
gets you nowhere. And it
What's
goes.
the-
That's not
well,
true.
because there's nothing to follow it up. There's no agenda. You know what I'm saying?
But
It's
that's
just-
but that's also another problem is it don't matter if you marching for yourself or for somebody else. All you doing is marching until you get some economic power and an economic base. None of that shit matters that much. It might matter somewhat. You know, I'm sure somebody will leave a message in the comments or something and say, well, this is what happened when so-and-so marched. It does work a little bit, but we don't need a little bit. We need a fucking lot of bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No question.
But you also
So-
can't. You also can't just lay down and be like, "Oh, we just take it up the ass." You can't take it up the ass.
absolutely
So
right.
marching is saying you're revolting in some kind of a way.
Right, but at the same time, all these people from these other countries, they come over here, and the first people, and I'm not mad at them for doing that because you do what you got to do, but the first people that they decide we're gonna make our money and we're gonna build our fortune and we're gonna build our family, we're gonna send our kids to college off of is black people.
Yeah.
They learn. It's not hard to learn how to come over here and exploit black people.
Okay, so-
if my cousin came over here and he had a fucking two corner stores in the hood, and he might be paying $200 a month for rent on these bitches, and then he just buys the building and he's learned how to exploit black people, and I'm gonna send my kids to fucking Duke and Yale and all of this shit. I'm gonna come over there and do that too. So we have to realize that if these motherfuckers ain't gonna be fucking with us when it comes to the shit that matters, just marching out in the street, who fucking cares?
Yes.
At the end of the day, you still coming to exploit my neighborhood. So
Right.
if we're gonna ride together, we're gonna ride together. If not, then we not.
Right.
So that's why you got. That's why you got. I think we got to come to the table with motherfucking stipulations, like you said. And motherfucker, this is what we need
Yeah.
But are they willing?
because everybody.
They need leverage.
If
to do that,
they ain't willing to do it, then you say fuck them. Then you be like,
well,
but you need leverage to do that.
they might be willing.
we do have the leverage. Just like you said, they come to our neighborhood and they exploit us. Stop shopping with the motherfuckers. Hey, we ain't gonna be
But
fucking
in
shopping
order,
no more.
in order for us to do that, you can't be mad at other motherfuckers for what they do. A motherfucker that come over here and they don't speak English and they open up a store in your neighborhood and your dumb ass keep going down there and buying shit from him, why are you mad at him? You feel me? Why don't you open up your own damn store and make all these niggas in the hood fuck with you? People say people don't support black business, but if you a nigga that's well respected in the hood, everybody's gonna shop with you. But the problem is the niggas that actually have respect in the hood a lot of times don't open businesses in the hood other than shit that brings the hood down. You know what I'm saying?
So, kind of back to the ban. I'm just kind of, I'm a little leery of that fuck everybody, we gonna be black together type thing, because that divide and conquer shit is white people good at that shit. You gotta understand that. So if we say fuck the Mexicans and fuck the Muslims,
it's not.
But they said fuck us though.
Right. It's not.
I understand what you're saying.
It's not fuck them because we're not helping, but they sit on their hands. So why should I sit on my hands?
So yeah, exactly.
I feel you.
I like what he just said though. It's not fuck you. It's just I care about myself. If we can come to an agreement,
then that's
or
fine.
we can do some stuff together, then that's beautiful.
Right.
But if not, I'm about to make sure that my brother and my sister, either blood brother and sister or figurative brother and sister, I want to make sure that we're straight. It's not fuck you. And that's where a lot of people get it confused, and that's the trick they always try to play on black people. Just because I love myself don't mean I hate you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the
And they
thing,
hate
though.
when black people say that.
Here's the thing. Number one, this whole Muslim ban thing, it's retarded.
It's fucked up. It's stupid.
It's ineffectual. It ain't gonna do shit. The bulk of the motherfuckers who do quote unquote terrorist attacks, which you trying to stop, are white people. They white dudes.
Right.
It is what
I mean,
it is.
you know-
So if that's really what you was about and what you was really trying, there's be a lot more countries on that thing.
But that's not what they're about.
That's not what they're about.
Whenever
Yeah.
you see them talk on TV about trying to stop terrorism, they talk about trying to stop Islamic Muslim terrorists.
Right.
They don't care about all forms of terrorism.
Yeah, exactly.
They only care about Muslim terrorism.
Exactly.
So
because the rest of it's not a crime. But the other thing I was gonna say though is Tariq had a great point in terms of they coming to us for assistance. I don't want to say they coming to us, but they'll accept our assistance. It's one love and we all together when the motherfuckers in trouble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it
But
was
we
us
offering
getting
it.
shot down in the street.
But we're offering it.
Yeah, we're offering it, but it's not like motherfuckers like, nah man, we good. We gonna handle our business over here. It was fuck y'all before, because that's what it's been. It's fuck y'all now. We gonna handle our own business. Now they accept that help, and then once they good again, then it's because we've been the punching bags, we've been the we've been the targets. You know what I'm saying? We've been the on the receiving end of the punishment for so long.
Right,
Everybody
but
was
that's
cool
the
with
thing.
that.
We need
Hold
to-
up. Everybody was cool with that though.
Right, but we need to make
When
that.
it wasn't them.
But we need to make that known. I'm not fucking riding for you. If you want 12% of the population.
That's 12% African American.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We talking
saying.
about
Right,
black people.
That's what I'm saying.
What's that
now.
percentage?
Right.
You ever thought about that? It's always touted anywhere from 12 to 14%, right?
Uh-huh.
But they're typically what they're talking about are black Americans, people.
Oh, so
that
you talking
was
about
born
include
here.
I'm talking about Africans.
We all black. I don't give a fuck where you from.
Right, even if you're talking about 10% of the population, if you want this 10% to fuck with you, this is what we need. There needs to be some type of reciprocity
Right.
there. Otherwise, I got to focus on what we doing right now. We over here trying to build. Nigga, we were slaves in this country not
Right.
too long ago.
Right.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to discount the plight of your people, but nigga, my kids got to eat right now.
I wanted to go back real quick, and I hear what y'all saying. Well, first, from what I see, there's a dispute on is this really a Muslim ban or certain countries that they're saying can't come over. Now, what I will say is there a lot. I see some of their perspective on it. Like they look at some of like the European countries where some of these people went there and they put like an economic draw on some of those countries as far as their resources and coming in there because I guess it's a lot of refugees coming in from different countries and I guess they're saying there's so many of them that go to certain places and it's such an economic draw on them too, so that is a factor too, so it's not all terrorists.
But you create a bad situation in their country then they come to you for help, and then you want to complain? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but that not, United States is not, and I'm not apologist for
Well, I'm
the
talking about the
United States.
European countries you're mentioning,
Right.
the Germanys, the Londons,
Right, because
and
most of
Frances,
those are the ones.
whatever they is.
Right, so that's a mess that I'll say. Not saying that our hands is totally clean, but
Oh,
man,
they're filthy.
but mainly,
Filthy America.
But Europe should have to take in the refugees because they're the ones who colonize and
They've been taking in refugees.
stealing. Yeah,
They take them in.
right, they do, but they're the ones
So-
having the economic draw from
That's their problem.
these refugees.
And that's their
But,
fault.
but I don't want to have to pay for this because I'm a taxpayer. I don't want to have to pay for all these people coming in too. Because like you say, I'd rather pay for my people first than all these people come from.
But the
other
thing is, when we bring up that I'm a taxpayer shit and all of that,
They gonna do what the fuck
the
they want with tax
government
dollars.
wastes so much of our
They do.
tax dollars.
They do.
I honestly don't give a fuck what they spending on. I just give a fuck what my tax rate is. Y'all spending,
I just don't want to add to the bucket. It's already heavy.
You ain't got no
but
choice.
the thing is, if we could help people with some of these tax dollars instead of spending, I have no idea how much we spend each day on basically colonizing all these other countries. and fucking they shit up.
70% of the tax goes towards defense.
Right, niggas be worried about welfare.
Military.
Welfare ain't shit
It's not-
compared
it's like
to our
1%.
fucking military budget. And I get it that we are supposed to be the superpower, the biggest country in the world, the top dog.
But
and
you don't
all
have
that
to
shit.
be.
The
Leave
HNIC.
fucking people alone.
Well, we
That's
still
not in their nature.
But no,
I know.
we still want to be the HNIC and all that shit. I get it. But there's so much government waste that the rest of this shit that people complain about, and I mean, it don't matter how it sounds, I don't really give a fuck, but a lot of white people complain about they're wasting my tax dollars on this, and it be shit that's a drop in the bucket compared to the unnecessary military spending.
You know what? People do not pay attention. They put out a budget every year. You can go in and they show a pie chart. Defense 70%. Welfare 1%.
Right,
This thing 1%. This thing 3%.
People just listen to what politicians
I was about to say, so the Republicans say, hey, this damn welfare is dragging us down.
Right.
And what they play off of so good with white people, because white people forever will be fearful.
Mm-hmm.
They play off their fears so well.
Right.
They
Well-
make them scared, and okay, make defense. Okay, make the military
I
bigger.
wouldn't even just say white
So-
people though. I ain't even gonna put it just on white people, because if you listen to even like Sirius XM urban radio, and you even hear a lot of the conservative Negroes and
They scared they gonna
Like
lose
that.
their
They think
shit.
like white people.
They
though.
have a white mind.
No, they think they gonna
So I
lose
can't
the
even
stuff
say-
that they have.
But even
That's all they worried
a lot
about.
of these people are so brainwashed into thinking, like you said, it's almost like they got a white mind or something like that. It's deplorable. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
You just worry about some shit that
You know.
But let's go back to the countries that he did ban. Here's the problem I have with it. You ban these 7 countries who has nothing to do with terrorists, and the 3 countries that you didn't ban, you have businesses in.
Yeah.
So see, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
And people, I don't understand why people don't see that.
Right.
It's like, well, these are 3 companies that the terrorists come from, and you have businesses in, but you ain't banning these 3.
He's a walking.
But you gonna ban
conflict.
Syria and Iran and Iraq.
But just like Nordstrom's dropped Ivanka's label
Right.
from there, and then the one bitch, the
Kellyanne Conway.
look like a Simpson.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
She like Beavis and
She do.
You see that?
Yeah.
Her chin so long.
She endorsed it, talking about how everybody needs to buy her products, which is a clear conflict of interest.
Yep.
You're starting to mix
They did that already,
the
man.
government and privately owned businesses. I understand y'all salty because Nordstrom's ain't fucking with y'all, and Nordstrom's is big money and all of that, but we just need to be realistic about where we are as a country. But more specifically, because
When have we ever been at?
the country is the country, but as black people, we need to be realistic about where we are. We give a fuck about everybody else's issues,
Exactly.
what's going on with the LGBT movement, what's going on with this and this and this and this and this and this. And I get it. We are a very compassionate group of people, but at the end of the day, when the fuck are you gonna stop and care about yourself? We like a fucking battered woman.
So all we got to do,
Literally.
what we need to do is put our shit in the forefront, and then you can help everybody else.
Yeah.
Once you're strong, I don't, like you said, I don't mind people marching or speaking out against LGBT and Muslim ban and
All the
build the
movements-
Mexican wall and the women's lib, which is some bullshit too, but all that stuff. I don't mind none of that stuff, but we just got to be in the forefront of
Right.
that shit.
Most of those movements, I feel where they're coming from.
Yep.
Even with gay motherfuckers, I'm not gay. I'm not nowhere near gay. I don't really
You
give a
look,
fuck about.
you a
Get the
faggot.
fuck out of
You
here.
a faggot. You a faggot.
We don't condone the use of that word on the Black Men's Round Table. That was him saying that, not all of us. But I mean, I feel what if you fucking gay, you just gay. I don't give a fuck. Why do I hate you because you like some shit that I don't like? The Muslim ban, all of that. All I'm saying is I give a fuck about me
Yep.
more than I give a fuck about you, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And you know what? People are so scared of that.
there's nothing
When black
wrong
people
with that.
say, I care about black people, oh, you anti everything else.
But
No, I don't give a
Why
fuck
is that,
about
though?
what y'all do. Because they scared.
the whole paradigm shifts though.
They scared.
If collectively
Yep.
we thought like that, and as black people, we're not a monolith where we all think the same.
Mhm.
We all got different opinions and so on and so forth. But if that code,
But the vision
was
should be
there-
the same.
Correct. The vision should be the same.
Okay.
It should be a code because everybody else got a code
Right.
and we don't, right? So if we had a general code like that, the paradigm would shift. Motherfuckers couldn't leech off us like that no
Mm-hmm.
more. Motherfuckers can't eat off us like that no more. Understand, like you said, they sending their kids to Duke and Yale and all these Ivy League schools off of us.
I said that.
You said that. My bad. You know what I'm saying? My bad. Crazy.
I said that intelligent
Right,
shit.
You know what I'm saying? I give a fuck about me more than him.
Absolutely.
So I want the credit.
Absolutely.
And it's 4 of us here.
Absolutely. But think about that. Oh shit. How am I gonna send my kids to Yale and Duke if y'all niggas love yourselves?
Definitely. So
You know what
at
I'm
the
saying?
end of the day, just kind of bring it all into draw. I think we all kind of agree on this one. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with giving a fuck about other people because as a human, if you call yourself a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, or whatever, all of those religions are pretty much about the same thing, which is love. And that's just fucking common sense. If you got
Belief.
common sense, you care about other people.
Right.
Regardless if you agree with them and all of their beliefs, whatever, you should care about other people. But at the end of the day, you gotta love your fucking self first, right?
Yep.
Right.
All right.
Absolutely.
We out.
Please subscribe. What's subscribe?
Subscribe.
Okay, this is liquor.
Education matters.
It's the liquor.
This nigga drinking. This
No
nigga
pills
drinking.
over here.
Hit the little bell in the saddle there next to subscribe.
Subscribe. Check out the podcast coming soon.